welcome to
You
the...
gotta do that.
What?
You just said I was on crack. You gotta do it.
Do what?
The Stephen A.
Who was on crack?
No, you gotta do the whole thing.
His first move at the executive is to sign Lamar Odom. Who was on crack? All right.
Yeah, that's such a funny clip, bro.
Yeah, that's good.
What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 7 of the Good Point Bro podcast. I'm Caden. This is my brother Cameron. We're going to get into it today. Starting off with college football. As you guys know, today is Saturday. Big day for college football. Week 1. All the big teams are playing.
That's right.
Let's get it. But the big news that we're going to be focusing on today is the playoff is expanding to 12 teams finally. 2026, but as early as 2024.
I don't know how I feel about it because 6 conference champions, so the American conference.
I guess. I'm not 100%
That's
sure.
the
The
sixth
article
best,
just
right?
says... So the article says 6 conference champions and then 6 at-large teams.
So I'm guessing the 6 conference champions will be the top 6 seeds.
Yeah, so that's what so 12 teams will consist of the 6 highest ranked conference champions. So it could be any conference.
So SEC will be... Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just 6 conference champions.
The highest ranked.
Oh, obviously
6.
American's going to be 6th. The one that's
Yeah, I mean, it could be anybody, but yeah, usually American.
Yeah.
And then 6 at large. So like a team like Notre Dame would probably always have to be an at large team, which is good. But yeah, so let's say it was. Well, I think it's interesting because if you had the 6 conference champions and then the 6 at large teams, right? Well, you'd end up having
4 SEC teams.
You could have something like that, but also they wouldn't really be ranked based on how good they are. Because if the 6 conference champions are the 1 through 6, and then you have, let's say Alabama loses in the SEC championship, but they're undefeated, they end up number 3. Let's say Georgia won that game, they're undefeated, they're number 1. Now Alabama has to, is they a 7 seed, or but even though they're the 3rd overall, or are they still the 3 seed, even though there's other conference champions that maybe have good records or whatever? I really don't know how it works.
I'm sure some teams are going to have to get a bye.
Well, there's 12 teams, so
what?
There's an even number of games.
Plays 12.
There's 6 games.
Plays.
But yeah, there might be a bye. I don't know. I haven't seen like an actual demographic of the actual bracket.
I've seen Joel Klatt do it. He's on Fox.
For
and there
12
was
teams?
and there was like a couple buys.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think so. But that would probably be for conference champions.
Yeah.
So if you're...
Yeah, I know. It was for conference
Yeah.
champions. And then like the non-conference champions would start 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, Alabama would be number
wild.
7.
It's wild for the SEC. It doesn't really help you. It helps that you can get more teams in. But when you do, those teams are going to be lower ranked than... They're never going to get buys.
The bowl games are so... the bowl games are so trash.
Yeah, no one's watching them anymore.
I feel like it's just... Even though, like, if Alabama plays freaking the number 12 team, they're gonna destroy them probably.
Yeah.
But it will be like people are gonna watch it because it's the playoff.
Well, not that as much, but like, oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Like if the 7 seed would play an upper 6 seed, but and that's those buys are right. But what's funny is we used to watch bowl games no matter what. Like this is the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
Like this, it wasn't even a championship game.
Because of BCS.
This is the Rose Bowl. Like this is a big deal.
It was important.
And now no one's even watching those games because there's only 2. The 2 semifinals are the only games people care about.
Yeah.
So this will help get views in for those games as well because all games will now matter.
Yeah, because it's the playoff.
Yeah.
Even though it could be terrible competition.
And also,
there's always
football is such a weird game too. In that, like, one game you pull a rabbit out of the hat and win, you're not necessarily the better team.
I don't. That's not.
Football,
That
you
does
think the
not.
better team always wins? I think it'll
Usually in college.
It'll start. Yeah, well, that's my point. Is I think it'll start
Almost
getting more
every
like the
time.
NFL with a larger playoff format.
Like, I see what you're saying, but no, it's not.
Like
Because
before, it was.
you think the recruits will spread out because NFL is different. They don't. They're not. There's not recruiting classes in the NFL.
They'll spread out not to a huge extent. Like the
competition's
American,
evened out. In the
they
NFL.
probably won't ever have good teams, but because of NIL deals and stuff, I could see the SEC starting to get like...
It's more of a monopoly than ever because of the NIL deals. Are you going to take that out?
No.
Oh, that's gross.
No, I'm sorry.
The NIL deals, they're going to make it more of a monopoly than ever. So how is I can't take your face seriously.
Bro, you just gotta freaking do it, bro.
Holy
It's
bitch,
literally just
you're
my
looking at me like
face,
this,
bro.
like a freaking troll. Like you have got to. This man has slept like 5 hours in the past week.
I've slept more than that, bro.
That's why you got to give us.
Guys, to be
subscribers.
honest, I've been up super late waking up because I work early, so I have to get up either way. But I'm up late editing, so I haven't slept much. But
Yeah.
so basically, I don't know if you can see in the camera. The camera thinks there's bags under my eyes.
There is. You just can't see in the camera.
So yeah, he's I guess freaking out that I'm just looking at him while he talks.
No, he just looks goofy. It's just funny. But anyways, what were we talking about?
We were talking about the playoff, but
Yeah.
right now A&M's playing Sam Houston, and last I looked up, it was 10-0, and it's almost halftime.
No shot. Their
I will
A&M's
say-
quarterback plays against Bama because he
King-
looks like
He
trash.
looks off. Yeah, it's still 10-0, 2 minutes
He
left.
looks like garbage.
10-0, 2 minutes left, guys. But what's you got to see the second half because half the time they start out 10-0 and then they
Yeah,
come
I
out in the
mean-
second half and drop 34 and it's
Yeah,
44 to
and
0.
it's the first game of the year,
Yeah.
so. But their quarterback has looked trash. I mean,
He's looked awful.
he,
His reads are terrible. His throws are
Yeah.
terrible.
he had that one. All he can
He's
do
still
is
in
throw
right
it.
now. They don't have another guy. That's not even the guy that beat Bama. That's some other kid.
Yeah, maybe that guy graduated.
Well, that other guy I was talking
How are
about-
you A&M? You have all these recruiting classes and you can't get a quarterback.
Let's see what happens now.
Makes
He's back
no
to pass.
sense.
1st and 10.
He can move a little bit though.
Ooh.
He
He ate
can't
that
keep
one.
taking these hits, dude. He's gotten hit like that like 6 times.
Against Sam Houston. He's small.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah, he's small. I don't know. A&M gets all these recruiting classes, but they can't
He's really
get a
small.
quarterback.
You know what that reminds me of?
What?
LSU in the 2010s.
Oh, well, that's like Alabama in the 2010s. I mean, you had McCarron,
Well, I mean,
but
you had like
you won with Jay Coker.
you had
You
at
had
least
Blake
game
Sam's not
managers.
that good.
The best quarterback that LSU
He could
had
be
in
a
the-
game manager.
besides Joe Burrow. Him?
Yeah.
No. The best QB that LSU had besides like Joe Burrow, obviously, was Zach Mettenberger.
Dude, I don't even remember him.
Exactly.
Zach Mettenberger.
And he played at the Titans for a year. Or he might have been just a backup at the Titans, but either way, he went to the Titans. Shout out Zach Mettenberger.
Yeah, he's probably an accountant right now.
I think that's his name. It would suck if it wasn't.
I mean, that sounds kind of familiar.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's his name.
Yeah. I mean, those old SEC
Yeah, Zach
teams.
Mettenberger. He played for 3 seasons. He was selected in the 6th round though. But yeah, that's the last one I remember. He was in the 2014 NFL draft.
Mm,
So you would have been like 10.
yeah.
But yeah,
Those old SEC
those were
teams
those
are just,
Navios days.
they're huge.
The Navios days, college football.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
Yeah.
You don't think? What were you about
No,
to say?
those
I
are-
cut you off?
Yeah, I was
Okay, go ahead, sorry.
those old SEC teams were just so big, like, and it was just running and defense.
Yeah.
And the quarterbacks were all game managers. It was kind
Defense
of
wins
kind of
championships.
like you could just score. All you had to do was score like 2 touchdowns and then get like 4 field goals.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
those games were like kind
Well,
of.
remember when we beat Tennessee in 2009? We went undefeated that year. And Terrence, you don't remember?
Yeah, Terrence.
Terrence
Yeah,
Cody with the block.
I'll never
That's how
forget
like all
that.
the games were.
Well, in the championship against LSU, we had like 6 field goals and then we scored once
Yeah, 21 to nothing.
in 2011. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was 21-0.
But it was all field goals.
Yeah, it was all field. Well, we had 5 field goals. It was a field,
Yeah.
and then 1 touchdown.
And we missed the extra point.
We did.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why it was 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course we did.
It's that funny.
Can't win them all.
You get 5 field goals and miss the extra point.
Yeah, I mean 5 field goals.
Because I remember Dad being happy because he was
His
like,
team.
at least it looks like we got 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some. Because we did the same thing against Georgia. Beat
Yeah,
LSU,
that's how I
and then
felt
we
like-
lost.
Yeah, even though 2 of our receivers got hurt and we were on a rebuild year.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy is in 2018, Georgia had the number 1 recruiting class and the top 5 recruiting class of all time. Those guys were all seniors last year. Bama just came off their best team they probably ever had. All of them got drafted, broke records I think in how many people were drafted in the first round
Yeah.
from that team. And they're on a rebuild year. And they still beat Georgia, who has the number 1 recruiting class in 2018, and then should have beat them twice, but both of our receivers got injured.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. I mean, yeah.
Talking
I mean,
about
Alabama has like the #1 recruiting class like often.
yeah.
So people have to feel like that like every year with us. Like if they beat us.
Yeah, but I'm saying that Georgia had a top 5
Yeah.
recruiting class ever
Well, they
in
still have
2018.
a few of those guys on defense, but
What are they doing the COVID year?
I don't know why they're still there. I think they have 3 starters from last year on defense. Look at that guy's like 70.
Yeah.
What in the world? That's their team, bro.
Yeah,
So I guess Texas A&M just scored, so it's gonna be 17-0 at half.
yeah. I mean,
I
that's
mean, it's gonna end up being 50-something to 3.
Yeah,
That's just
they
how it
just
goes.
can't
But
score.
they're not gonna be able to
They literally
do
just
big
can't
things with that
score.
QB. I'm telling you guys. If King does well this year, then I don't even.
Yeah,
I
I'm
won't
predicting
understand.
A&M has 3 losses.
He'll have to like turn a big corner. To do that.
A&M's gonna have 3 losses this year for sure.
Yeah,
All right, you want to go to
they
NBA?
just really don't. Let's stay in football a little bit. We'll go to the NFL. Cameron specifically wants to talk about Lamar Jackson in this case. I'm just going to kind of do a quick overview of the whole situation. Before this year, Aaron Rodgers was the #1 paid QB as far as guaranteed money with $150 million. Then this offseason kind of changed everything when the Browns got overly desperate for a QB and paid a guy that hasn't played in a year $230 million guaranteed. It just like completely screwed the market. Now that guy's still suspended for 10 games. Still going to make $230 guaranteed. So then you got guys like Russell Wilson signing for $150 guaranteed, which is insane. I think it's $135 actually.
Well, I think it's a bad contract because by the time that contract ends, he'll be 40, and I already think he's on the decline right now. So I feel like in 2 or 3 years, it's going to be a bad contract. And he's like the 3rd or 4th best QB in his own division.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So
You
it
got
sucks.
Mahomes, you got Justin Herbert, and you got Derek Carr. Derek Carr now has Devontae Adams. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't
He
be
could put
surprised
up
if he had a
better
really good
stats.
year because he's honestly underrated in my opinion. Like he gets overrated. He's a
He's
very
definitely
he's a
underrated.
good starting QB in the NFL.
Should have won he could have
Um,
or should have won the MVP in 2016, but he got hurt.
Yeah.
When they
But
were
anyway,
12
so he has
and 4.
Devontae Adams. So I wouldn't be surprised if he has a big jump in stats. I mean, who won it with a guy like Devontae Adams? And then you got Patrick Mahomes. Needs no introduction.
Yeah.
And then Justin Herbert, who's a insane rising talent. He's 6'5", can see the whole field, makes really good
Yeah.
throws, on
He's
point,
a
has a
stud.
strong arm. And with a guy like Russell Wilson, like you said, about to turn 40 on this contract, 33 years old right now, and a big staple of his game is mobility. And what you see with these QBs usually is as they age, guys that rely on mobility as a big part of their game, when they're a step slower, their whole game takes a step back. But they can't be necessarily. Not everybody can be Tom Brady. He's a pocket passer. He
he's a
doesn't need to
pre-snap
move. Mobility has
quarterback.
nothing to do with his game. And then now he can play till he's 55. Which not everybody can be that. So I don't really necessarily see. I think there's a strong argument that Russell Wilson could finish this year as the 4th best QB in the division.
Yeah, for sure.
And yet he's gonna get that guaranteed. And they wouldn't have paid him that had Deshaun Watson signing not happen. So now, to wrap it all up, we get back to Baltimore, and there's a guy that's an MVP 2 years ago, and they won't pay him, or whatever the deal is there. They're not paying him currently. And, I mean, in my opinion, I don't know what Baltimore really is holding on to. You're not going to get another MVP caliber quarterback in the next, who knows. Like, it's such a hit or miss with QB.
Yeah.
Like, if you draft one, if he's not named Bryce Young or CJ Stroud this year, he's probably not an MVP QB. Even with those guys, there's always going to be a what if, who knows.
But
You got, what up?
No, you good.
There's always going to be that, like, who knows really if they're going to end up, meeting the expectations that we've set for them. For, like, Bryce Young and CJ Stroud, you never know. What's up?
I'm sorry, I just keep yawning and my eyes are watering like crazy.
It's cool, man. We're gassed, guys.
Yeah.
Please like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
We're giving our all to this. We're gassed.
Yeah,
We're gassed.
Yeah.
This is episode 7, which marks, I think every episode's been every other day. There might have been one that was 2 days apart or something. But that means, like, for 2 weeks, we've come out with 7 episodes, bro.
Yeah.
And then we have 3 to 5 clips per episode.
Yeah. And we recorded yesterday and my mic was apparently turned
We
off.
recorded 4 times and couldn't
Yeah.
use them 4 times.
I'm gassed.
We're gassed. So please like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
But anyway, you got guys like Bryce Young, CJ Stroud. Even those guys, you never really know. Even Trevor Lawrence, you never know. Like,
Yeah,
so
it's
they
hit or
have a
miss.
guy like Lamar Jackson, and Like
You know what he's capable of. He just hit
2
the
years
win
ago, he
MVP.
just had 50 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So
50 touchdowns. Like,
combined.
oh, okay.
So, like, I don't really understand why you don't pay him, but I guess it's only going to get worse. That's the thing. Like, right now, Deshaun Watson just signed for $230. You should have signed him before then you could have got him for less. Now it's too late. The market went up. Now the market's just going to, it doesn't go back down. As these QBs, like Russell Wilson, keep signing for this amount of money, Lamar's only going to be worth more. So, you, like, in my opinion, you just need to go ahead and sign him for what he's worth now and hope that that you can get that over with before somebody else signs for $180 million guaranteed, and then people are like, oh, they're not as good as Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. I guess it's a little bit harder to give Lamar Jackson guaranteed money because he runs a lot, so he could be injury prone.
No, for sure.
So
For sure.
that's tougher.
It's
to give
definitely
him more
hard,
guaranteed money.
But you just have to bite the bullet on that and trust your
No,
guy.
I think that they definitely should pay him. Just looking at it from their perspective, I guess.
Yeah, just being devil's advocate a
Yeah.
little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean for sure.
But pay the man.
Pay him.
That's all I gotta say.
I mean, Baltimore has nothing. They don't have anything. If he leaves,
Yeah, they're
he made something out of nothing there. They don't have any receivers. They don't. I mean, their defense like a few years ago was really, really good, but I mean, they're not that now. So I mean,
I've
what are you
gone
gonna
like
do?
40 times.
Yeah, it's all right. But I mean, so what are you gonna do? It just doesn't really make any sense to me on why you don't just go ahead and sign Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like
Like you got
they're
every
so
kid
hit or
signed.
miss. They're so hit or miss that you just gotta keep them when you get them.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Because you got every kid in Baltimore wearing number 8 right now. Like
Yeah.
the whole city looks up to Lamar Jackson. He's like the hope of Baltimore.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
what do you got? The Orioles are actually
And
a playoff
Baltimore
team.
is just a rough city, anyways.
The Orioles are actually like surprisingly having a good year. But besides that, I mean,
They got nothing, and there's so much crime there.
yeah,
It's like
yeah,
one
the
of
city
the worst
like,
cities to
sucks
live
in
in.
general.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right, I think we're good right there. You want to move on to the NBA?
Yeah.
All right, in the NBA, if you guys haven't heard yet, Donovan Mitchell traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers for quite a bit. Honestly, the trading market right now is getting insane.
What was in that trade?
The full trade?
Yeah.
I know they got Colin Sexton, like 3 first round picks, another player. But yeah, it was, and I know Colin Sexton did a sign and trade, so he signed for the Jazz for 4 years, $75 million, I think.
Colin Sexton's a stud.
Yeah, roll Tide.
He averaged like 22 or 23 in his like second year.
He did.
He slept on, man.
So they got Colin Sexton signing a 4-year sign and trade deal with Utah. Lauri Markkanen, who was traded by, or I think he was
That
traded by
was the
Bulls,
guy
but
who
he
was on the-
he was drafted by the Bulls like 14th overall. Or
Hey,
something.
remember Denzel Valentine on the Bulls?
Do you know who that goes?
No clue.
All right,
Sure.
some name I don't know, so Google that. 3 unprotected first round picks and 2 pick swaps.
Did you see there? You remember Denzel Valentine? That guy
Yeah.
that the Bulls drafted. Who was a
Have you seen
freaking trash
Have you seen? There's a video of him, Denzel Valentine.
when he pulls up from like half court,
Yeah, for no reason. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't even.
and then
like
I was just like, no,
yeah,
that's me weak.
that's the point. Like
Yeah.
why, dude? Like dude, just if it,
He was so confident with it too. He was like, and then it was just a straight air ball. Like he was like,
as a Bulls fan, I just remember just watching that. I remember watching that, and I didn't watch the game live, but I remember watching the clip of it. It just be like,
well, Denzel played for
Like, it's
Michigan
just-
State, right?
yeah,
And he was like a good college basketball player, like dominated college basketball.
well,
But he
he
was a
stayed
guy.
a second year.
He wasn't a guy that was probably just built for the NBA. He was just like one of those hometown hero guys
Yeah,
in
he's just
college.
a good
But-
basketball player.
Yeah,
But he wasn't a guy that's gonna pull it from half court.
Well,
in
he
the
just
NBA.
pulled up with so much confidence and just straight airballed.
That is the
And
funniest
then
thing,
announcer-
dude.
I wonder if you gotta watch that clip and the announcer's yelling at him stop because they know he sucks at because his form was whack. Remember?
Yeah,
He was like it
I
was like
remember.
the Lonzo.
I
before
follow a
like-
ton of Bulls accounts, like Delusional Bulls Fan. Shout out to him. And then there's a couple other ones, but they basically make Bulls memes all day long. They just come up with Bulls memes. And when he was on the Bulls, bro, it was nonstop.
Yeah.
Like he was just a straight, like he was a walking meme.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so they keep Darius Garland, obviously. They keep that center from the Nets,
Oh yeah, Jared Allen.
Jared Allen.
Stud.
You got Donovan Mitchell.
Darius Garland.
Yes.
Yeah, Darius Garland,
Darius
Jared
Garland,
Allen. That's
all-star.
That's a really good backcourt, man.
It's a really good team.
Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell.
Jared
that's
Allen's no joke.
No, and he's super like humble and like super quiet. He's
Yeah.
like a center version of Kawhi.
Yeah. Yeah. He's cool. I think they're gonna be a good team, dude. I think they really could surprise people. I would so earlier you were saying 5.
No, we
6
haven't talked
seed.
about that yet.
Oh well, regardless.
We were
Earlier
talking about that
today.
earlier. Yeah. I feel like the Cavs will definitely be a 5 or 6 seed. No. Yeah. Well, like probably no, a 6 to 8 seed because I'm not taking them over the Sixers, Bucks, Nets, Celtics, or Heat. I'm not taking them over those 5 teams. I feel like they'll be in the 6 to 8 range. It's just like
Yeah.
we were saying, like the NBA is so freaking deep. It's insane. Like both the West and the East are good. And I was thinking about this too. Back in like 2012 to 2014 when LeBron was on the Heat, think about that Pacers team. Now the Celtics were stacked when they were
Yeah.
they would be super good in this NBA as well.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the Pacers with Paul George, Roy Hibbert, and George Hill. Like that was a good team, but they would be like a 5th seed now. I feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah, the NBA
the NBA is just better. I feel.
like top to bottom, like all teams are getting better. But that's another
Yeah.
thing I was about to say. I didn't think about this earlier, but I thought about it like just now. I wouldn't be surprised. Like the Grizzlies had a really good season, and I wouldn't expect them to go deep in the playoffs, but they were able to finish like 3 or 4 seed. I could see the Cavaliers doing something like that this year
No, they're not the Grizzlies.
because they don't have Ja.
They don't have well, Jaw's the best player on either of those teams. And the Grizzlies are just freaking deep. Like Jared Jackson Jr., that guy's a stud. Desmond Bain, stud. And they have other guys too that they just gel so well together and they can all drop 20. All of them.
Yeah,
And their
I
defense
mean,
is incredible.
they're definitely. What did they go like 20-2 without Ja?
Yeah, like 19-3.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it was like, I mean,
Yeah, you're right. I don't think if Donovan Mitchell goes down, that Cleveland goes 20-2.
they're both small guards, Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland. So, I mean, that's going to be tough too.
So is Ja.
I mean, yeah, but he's only one of them.
Yeah.
It's both of your backcourt is small.
Yeah.
So that's tough. I mean,
Donovan's a baller though.
and I don't even think like Steph Curry's not a small guard at all.
Steph?
Steph is every bit of
It's like
6.
6'3".
Yeah,
6'2".
6'3", and he's built. Have you seen what he's built like now?
No.
He's like low key jacked.
No,
He's
I haven't
way
seen
bigger
it.
than he was. Yeah. And
Steph is
Draymond
low-key jack.
and Draymond, yes, and Draymond was talking about how strong he is in the weight room. Like
Really?
he's like super super strong.
Hmm.
I mean, he's 6'3" and like 190.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
not a small guard.
Nah.
Darius Garland and Donovan are like 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I don't know, man. I guess
Just
we'll just have to see kind of how that team gels, how they all
Yeah.
play together. If they're, but the potential is there.
They just
potential's
could be
there.
defensive liabilities with them.
I mean,
too,
Jared Allen's
as a
good
guard.
on defense.
Yeah,
too.
I'm saying just in the
But yeah, yeah.
perimeter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they also have. Remember that one guy that was there? Is he still there? He played with LeBron. He's that white guy. LeBron loved that guy.
Oh, Matthew Dellavedova?
No.
Oh, I was like, what?
He was there the last year. Was LeBron was there?
Larry Nance,
No,
No.
just like
white guy that was.
yeah. I think he has like he might be Asian. Honestly, I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Oh, that guy.
C.D. Osman.
Yeah,
He never even played.
that guy's a G though.
I know. I mean, he was like a hype man.
He
never
played.
though.
He played 76 games in 2018.
Like, what was his minutes?
32.2.
32.2 minutes per game in 2018.
Yeah,
Hey, no way. No shot.
76 games, 32.2.
That's how bad that team was.
And he averaged
C.D. Osman.
13 points.
Wow. What team was he on?
The Cavs. That's what I'm
Since
saying.
Cleveland?
Yeah, he's only played for Cleveland.
Dang. Hometown hero.
Yeah, and then he played 22 minutes last year for 66 games. That dude's a G. Shout out C.D. Osman. Oh shoot, my charger's like right here. All right, go ahead and let's go. I'll grab my charger real quick. While I'm doing that, you're gonna just talk about your Spider-Man.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna rank all Spider-Man movies ranked 1 through 8, except for Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, Into the Spider-Verse. Just live action Spider-Man. So, My top 8 would be. I'm just gonna discuss the first two. My first would be Spider-Man 2. Second, No Way Home. And the reason why I put Spider-Man 2 over No Way Home is because I feel like as a movie, it's better. Like just plot and everything. Obviously, No Way Home as a movie experience is like the best. Like it was probably my favorite movie experience ever. But as far as like a movie, I feel like Spider-Man 2 is better. Because I feel like there's some plot holes in No Way Home. And one of them was Ned being a wizard.
That's so weird, bro.
That was so much.
They didn't
plot
mention it at all,
convenience.
and then randomly he was
Yeah.
like, "Well, my grandma always said that we had."
Wizard. Like
Wizard
I didn't even think of anything about that. I just thought, okay, he's just saying that to be funny. I didn't even think about that. I didn't think that held any weight
But it
when he
did.
said that. Yeah, exactly. And that was just a lot of plot convenience. And I forget what the other one was. Oh yeah, Aunt May. Like she was so goofy and did not care like the first two movies at all. Like she never gave Peter guidance on anything really. All she would say is just, I don't want you to be out doing stupid stuff. And then in the third one, she just like super wise and Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
Like there was none of that before. She just like flipped the switch for the movie. So when she was like trying to give him guidance and stuff, it just didn't hit for me because the first two movies she was not
Yeah.
like that at all.
What's the? So let's.
But
now that you explained the two,
yeah.
just go through 1 through 8. All in order.
Spider-Man 2, No Way Home, the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, Homecoming, Amazing Spider-Man. Then I would go Spider-Man 3 and Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Far From Home.
Oh yeah. Far From Home, Spider-Man 3, Amazing Spider-Man 2.
All right, I'll cut that out.
Actually, no, I'm gonna be real. Spider-Man 3 I'm putting over Far From Home.
Okay, just go 1 and then say the thing. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. 1, Spider-Man 2. 2, No Way Home. 3, Original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. 4, Amazing Spider-Man. 5, Homecoming. 6, Spider-Man 3. Even though Spider-Man 3 is like my favorite, it's so entertaining, but obviously as a movie, there's some bad stuff in it. 7, Far From Home. 8, Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Okay. I'll just go with mine. Really, we can converse after. But I'm going to start off with No Way Home 1.
Okay.
Just because
Is all three
I'm not a
of
huge Spider-Man fan. So for me, Spider-Man 2 is a little bit more dull since it's more of like a Peter Parker movie.
Yeah.
But the
So
No Way
good.
Home is really, really entertaining. So as a overall non-Spider-Man, huge Spider-Man fan, I love the origin story of No Way Home. I think it's really cool. So I'll go with No Way Home 1. I will put Spider-Man 2 though. After that, I'm gonna go Spider-Man 3, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Then I'm gonna go Homecoming.
You put Spider-Man 3 over Homecoming?
No, not Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, you meant
The original
first one.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go 1 No Way Home, 2 Spider-Man, 2,
Yeah.
3 Spider-Man, 4 Homecoming, 5 The Amazing Spider-Man, 6 I'm gonna go with Spider-Man 2, Far From Home.
You mean Spider-Man 3?
No, The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh, okay.
And then Spider-Man 3 last.
Spider-Man 3 last?
Yeah.
You're tripping.
You think it's not? I just don't think it's better.
No, there's some great
You
scenes
think
in
Spider-Man 2, the last scene carries it for me so
just
hard.
say The Amazing Spider-Man 2, because when you say Spider-Man 2,
Yeah,
people are
no,
going to
okay.
think Tobey
The
Maguire.
Amazing Spider-Man 2, the ending of that movie is probably the most real of any of the scenes in any of the Spider-Man movies.
There's some
It's
great
just
emotional
so
scenes
real.
in the first.
When
And
Gwen
Tobey
dies,
Maguire's.
bro, Josh, hey, shout out Josh. Josh cries every time he sees that scene.
No, it's a
Josh
great
literally
scene, but
cries.
but that doesn't mean that it's redeemed the movie at all. It's just a great scene
That
out of a
whole,
horrible movie. The plot was
but for me,
straight-
it carries it enough to be over Far From Home.
the Harry Osborn in that movie was so
Yeah,
bad.
it's bad. That's why I have it at 6.
Especially the scene where he goes into his apartment and he's like,
Okay. Yeah, that's why that's
no,
8.
I'm talking about, but at least it's entertaining. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is just straight garbage. But anyway, bro, stop. Just stop. The Amazing Spider-Man 2, when he goes into his apartment and he's like, hey, he goes in there with Spider-Man. He's like, I can't give you my blood, Harry.
Yeah, I
And
know
he,
that
like,
movie's
starts
bad.
throwing everything. He's like, you'll pay, Spider-Man.
I know that
It's
movie's
just
bad,
trash.
but all I have to say, now dig on this. That's how bad Spider-Man 3 is.
There are bad scenes, but there are great scenes also.
You did all of that
the
for her?
the only great scene in Amazing Spider-Man 2.
He like beats the
There's
crap
cool-
out of Mary
there's
Jane in
cool-
that movie.
Yeah, he hit
punches
her.
in the face.
Yeah, which is kind of funny because he was pissed. So wouldn't that like break?
That's
her
what I was
face?
saying. Like, wouldn't that kill her?
yeah.
Like,
How do you control that?
yeah.
Yeah.
She should have like, her face should have just been caved in and her just
Yeah.
laying there. Everybody
Or
was
her
like,
head
what
just
the-
fly off.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
that makes no sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, I see what you're saying, but like, Spider-Man 3 is entertaining, but not because the movie's entertaining, but because it's so cringy. It's entertaining. It's like one of those movies that are
But
so
they're
bad.
also great
They're so bad you
scenes.
can't look away. That's what
And
it
he's
is.
also great scenes though. Like the final fight when Harry finally
Yeah,
comes and
James
helps
Franco
him.
carries. James Franco carries that movie.
No, he does not.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't.
He's the best
He's
actor in
a
that movie
great-
too.
Toby
Bro.
was acted fine. It was just
But he's not.
the
They took it from me,
script.
Carlisle.
This script. That's from a different movie.
I know. But it just shows how bad of an actor he is.
They just had a terrible script. That,
That
made
was
no sense.
today. Today.
Yeah. He's really good at being angry.
Yeah, that's all he does.
Yeah.
They're like, all
He's
right,
just good at yelling.
Toby, we need you to scream here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, that I just keep thinking about that video I made of you with your laugh and then his laugh.
Yeah.
That I mean, like you literally, I'm scared to say some stuff because I'm afraid you're gonna get so pissed at at my opinion of it.
What?
Because you're just like, he's your guy.
I know,
He's
but
just
I
your
mean, I
guy.
can take it.
Cameron has a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man shirt, and
Yeah.
it just says Tobey Maguire on it. That's a
He's
cool
the
shirt.
best.
It's getting too small though.
Yeah, I can't fit it.
It is small. Maybe turn it into a cutoff.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Why?
That'd be hilarious.
Tobey Maguire cut off,
Yeah.
and then you just go to the gym flexing.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's all from Good Point Bro, episode 7. We appreciate it. Again, please like, comment, subscribe. We put a lot of work into this. It would really mean a lot. Share it with your friends. Besides that, today's Saturday. Enjoy college football. Enjoy your weekend. Eat some good food. Hang out with friends and family.
Eat some wings.
We'll see you on Monday. All right? Be
Peace.
safe. Peace.